So the next recipe we're going to make to use eggs is custard.
Welcome to my little tropical farm.
It's really considered a creme brulee, but I'm not going to add the sugar to the top. It's an Instant Pot recipe, which is great for me because it's so warm here and the Instant Pot doesn't really heat up the house. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I've tripled the recipe, so the first thing I'm going to do is separate 6 eggs. Okay, so 6 yolks and 6 whites, and the whites are going to go in the refrigerator for now. I'm going to quickly wash my hands. Okay, so we're going to mix up the yolks, and to the yolks we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. I don't know why it just went off, but I am going to add 3/4 cup of sugar to the egg yolks. Don't fall. We're going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm not sure I have a tablespoon, but I think I do. And we're going to add a pinch of salt. So a good pinch or 2 of salt. So we're just going to make sure this is well mixed together. And then I've already measured out 3 cups of cream, and I'm going to heat that. And you want to heat it to about 155 to 180 degrees. I'm not going to check it. You don't want it to boil. So when it looks like it's maybe got a few little bubbles, it's definitely done. And once that's heated, I will come back and show you the last few steps. Okay, so the cream is ready. And what you're going to do is make sure the egg mixture is ready. And once that's ready, I'm going to switch my whisks because this one is better. It's a little stiffer, it holds up better. So once this is ready, you're going to just put a couple of drops of cream in and temper the eggs. And you can then probably add the rest, but I'm just going to continue to, I spilled water, to temper a little. You don't want to make scrambled eggs, so it's really important that you do this step fairly slowly. I'm not sure I have a big enough bowl, so that might be a concern. I think we have a problem. I'm gonna have to switch bowls real fast. I just happen to have my KitchenAid mixer right next to me, so we are going to dump this all in here. And now we can dump the rest of the cream in. Now, depending on, I'm using my Instant Pot, and you would normally use a trivet, and then you add to the Instant Pot about 1.5 cups of water. Now, I'm not going to use this trivet because I'm using these, which are they're little plastic custard cups that are made for the Instant Pot, and they basically come with their own little trivet. If you don't have something like that, I'm looking for you can use a little 4-ounce ball jar. You can probably use any other jar as long as it's not gonna break in the water. I mean, in the heat, sorry. The heat and the pressure, but ball jars should be fine. I think I've used them before when I didn't have enough custard cups. So this should make quite a bit, but we'll see. I'm being a little clumsy today, but so here are 8 custard cups. I'm gonna put them in the Instant Pot just like this. So I'll put these in. I'll put the 2 on top. We'll seal up the Instant Pot. Which I never find easy to do. Ah, there we go. I believe we put this to sealing, not to venting. Okay, and then we are going to cook on, pressure cook on high for 7 minutes. I had a feeling this was set for a lot more. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm not sure with the light if you can really see it, but it's set for 7 minutes. And then we're gonna let it naturally depressurize for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna vent it, and they're ready. And they'll store in the fridge, I think, for a couple of weeks. I haven't attempted to freeze them yet, but I may try that this time. I did make some egg bites at one point in the Instant Pot and froze them, and I didn't like the way they came out when they thawed. They had a kind of weird texture. So I will probably freeze one overnight or so and let you guys know how that goes. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes since it finished cooking. So we'll vent the Instant Pot, and as soon as it's done venting, we'll open it up and I will show you what we have. It's gonna be hot. I'll try and show you what we have. Okay. So you can see it's not solid yet. What will happen next is they need to go into the refrigerator for at least 4 hours. And then they should be ready to eat. So I will probably put them in the refrigerator overnight and show you them in the morning. Ulysses is here, and we are going to plant corn. Not we. He cleaned up the pasture, and now he's setting the lines for the corn. And I bought this machine, and we'll have to see how it works. I think I'm going to need more corn. Yo pienso necesitar más. Maíz.
¿Y esto?
Ah. Fácil. Solo uno cada vez. We'll see how it works. Nada. Nada? Ah, sí.
Sí.
Tiene uno. So there's our corn. Sí, uno. Ah, sí. No? No, try again. Ah, sí, tres. Now you can see Ulysses has it down. I thought today I'd film some of the not so fun stuff on the farm. Usually I'm showing you guys the good stuff just because it's more interesting to film. But today I'm going to clean up every day, I clean up the sheep area. So you could see it's a mess, but you could also see it's very wet there, and that is actually where it's still leaking. Hoping to get that fixed this week. But I'm going to just set you up, and I'm going to start cleaning. If I could open my tripod. It's never easy. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so it's never spotless, but it's pretty darn clean. So that's what it looks like afterwards. This will go in the compost, and I'm actually going to clean up the chickens shortly. I'm not heading down there yet. I'm looking for my sheep right now because the sheep are out. And I've been down there once or twice today, at least twice today. But I'd rather wait. It's about time to let the dogs out to go for their run. But I prefer having the sheep in the shelter. So I might wait about half an hour to an hour, see if they go back in. Oh, here they are. The pasture's in really good shape. Well, it's in good shape for the sheep right now. So they are out there behind the citrus trees eating. I'm not sure if I showed this yet before, but my citrus trees they had all kinds of branches coming out of the sides and out of the roots. And I assume at some point they were grafted, and so I definitely didn't want the shoots coming out of the roots, but they've been all cleaned up. This one surprisingly had been eaten by termites, but it was pretty fruitful last year. So cleaned up, doesn't look great, but cleaned up. They've all been cleaned up, so they look more like trees now. And Ulysses did that last week, and the sheep are under them eating. Now these are orange trees that will give oranges, I think around December, January, whereas the one in my yard, there's at least only one left. I think there were 3 that will have oranges ready in August, and it's a different type of orange. And then in the orchard area, we have more of these, as well as we just planted a mandarin. We have I think it's a lime tree, and we planted 2 more lemon trees over there. And here comes Pink. She is dirty. I wonder if I could brush that dirt out of her. Hi, Pink. She is also, I think, due in less than a month, but I could be wrong. So today is May 21st, and we'll see, and I'll show you why. All right, so here she is. From the back, you can see that she's dropped some here. She's got the baby's much lower. She hasn't bagged up much, so, but I'd say, my guess the other day was 6 weeks, so I'm going to stick with that, but it might be even less. She had twins last time, Katie, and unfortunately the ram she mated with were her babies. So, but I'd say she's got 6 weeks or less to go. And I think she's going to be the first one to give birth. But that's all just a guess at this point. The only one we know of for sure is Purple. And Purple's got just under 2 months left, like 7 weeks left. But I think she's going to give birth before Purple. So I brought these fleece blankets with me from California, knowing that I really had no use for them here in Panama. I think I used them in my suitcases to pad some of the kitchen stuff I bought and that kind of, maybe that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure why I brought them. I have a few. We used one the day we picked up the dogs, and they had so many parasites that we just burned that one. But this is another small one. I have one other large one that I'm not sure I'm ready to throw in this kennel here. But since the dogs seem to eat their beds, I still have the one newer bed that I want to sew, but I haven't gotten to that. And I'm not great at sewing, so I have been procrastinating. But I am going to put this in their room as a bed. Okay, move over, girls. Come on. Okay, let's see. And that way, if they eat this, it's really not a big deal. Yes. Let's set it up for you. I'll put it in that corner. No, don't knock over the camera. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get this to work. Come here, girl. This is your bed. No, it's not a toy. No, it's not a toy. It's to lie on. Okay. There, go lie down on it. Okay, good girl. Here's a good girl. Here's a good girl. Here's a good girl. Okay. Well, that may only last a few days, but at least they have something. I'll try and spread it out more once they get used to it being in here and it's not so novel. Sorry, I forgot to show you the finished product, and we finished all of the creme brulee. So we will be showing you the cookies next week, and I promise to show you the finished product. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to follow along, please subscribe to our videos and click on the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. We'll see you next week. Bye.